Steve from Lamborn Images has asked me how does he make a custom shape out of his copyright logo that he's got here that he tends to apply to his images. Now, to do this on a manual basis, well, Steve's provided me with a rasterized text layer, which means it's now been turned into pixels. It's not vector based anymore, so we're just going to have to work with it as is. So I don't mind showing you this tutorial because this is a slightly different way from working than I have done previously in showing this kind of technique. So the first thing we need to be able to do is to actually pick up all the black text as quickly as possible, and I would do that by selecting via color range, clicking on the black and making sure your fuzziness is 200. If it's not 200, you'll see where you'll not get a very good selection, so get it cranked right up so that it picks up all of the black as white effectively, and then click OK. You will then get not a bad selection there, and from that point we can then turn it into a path. So if we go to our paths and you then want to click on make work path from selection, that little icon there, and that will then turn all of our selection into an actual path. Now, the one thing to be aware of here, especially if you're working with pixels, is that it won't always pick up a perfect path. As you can see here, the path might be requiring some editing here, so you have to get in with your paths tool, the little pen tool, and actually move things around somewhat. I haven't got the time to actually do that just now, but that's something to be aware of. So getting back to actually turning this into a custom shape. The next stage after you've made your work path, so we've taken it from a selection to a work path, is to then define that work path as a custom shape. And to do that we go to edit and then custom shape down here, and this will be highlighted, and if you've done this correctly you will get this little command here. If you then click on it, it gives you the option to name the shape, so we'll just call it lamb image, and then click on OK, and from there you can then go to your custom shapes and check that you've actually got your copyright shape in the custom shapes box, and it's actually been put in next to my artistic actions kit presets. So the only thing we have to do after that is delete the work path, and I'll actually click on a new layer and then delete layer 1, and then from there we can go to the custom shape, make sure that we're definitely highlighted on it, yep, and then you can draw out your custom shape like so, and I held my shift key down whilst doing that. You can see it's got quite a ragged edge. If you actually just go to the layer mask down here and click on it, that will give you quite a smooth edge, and you'll notice the actual lettering's a little bit off because I didn't edit the path to get a perfect sort of curve on the actual lettering. But working from type, it's actually an awful lot, a live type even, and vector based shapes, it's an awful lot neater than it would be if you're working on it anywhere else. So there you have a custom shape made out of a set of pixels. And it works for any shape really. You make your selection, you turn it into a work path, from there you can then define the custom shape, give it a name, but the most important thing of all is remember to save the custom shape. So once you've got it in there, make sure that you save the shape, otherwise all your work's in vain. So there you go, a quick custom shape out of a copyright logo.